Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, video disc, or video. Let's try that again. Federal law. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video disc under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. Welcome to the show, everybody. Black Male Advice TV. We in the building again with yet another live stream. Continuing on from yesterday, we was talking about the accountability of black women. And I was sharing some footage and information from a video that I seen on YouTube that had pretty much two ladies. One had her views, the other one had her views, and a question was asked about, why modern black women don't take accountability for, the issues that black men have against them. A lot of black men, we look at women today and we deal with the bad attitudes, we deal with the lack of cooperation, we deal with promiscuity amongst women. Women want to go out there and experience 30 men before they actually get married. We seem to live in a culture where women want to be men, and the majority of women are going to remain single for the rest of their lives under these circumstances because the odds are against them. When we look at modern relationships, women primarily want men to be monogamous. They want a man to come into a relationship and just be with her only for the rest of his life, which is typically what women's supposed to do. Women are supposed to be monogamous, but the truth is women want men to be what a woman's supposed to be, and the women want to be what men are supposed to be. So the roles have been totally reversed, and feminism is to blame for that. The fact that black women sold out black men for a check and for education. And because of all of the issues that we see in the black community, relationships are literally falling apart. Nothing is lasting. The average relationship lasts about a couple of months at best. And, the longest is about 2 years and it's over. And this is pretty much where most relationships are today because black women just don't get it. They believe that when they get into a relationship, they don't have to do anything. Most of them want to be married, but they don't want to be a wife. They want the benefits of a wife, but they don't want to be a wife. They want to come into the relationship and be partners rather than playing their position. They don't want to obey. They don't want to submit. They don't want to do none of the traditional things that a wife is supposed to do, because feminism taught them that those type of ideas are old-fashioned, that you're the modern woman. You're liberated. You don't need to do that. You can go out, have sex with everybody, put various phalluses in your mouth, make men have their way with you, and you're still a good woman. You're pure. You're a queen. you're a goddess. This is only happening with our women. Only our women believe that they're queens. You don't see Asian women calling themselves queens. You don't see white women calling themselves queens. You don't see no other ethnic group of women masquerading themselves as queens and goddesses. They don't do that. Only our women. And what's sad about this is that our women degrade themselves, yet they want to be respected in their dysfunction. They want to have the whole phase. They want to go out there, go on college break, sleep around with everybody on the team, and still want men to respect them. And we're trying to hold women accountable to these issues that they have. And brothers been talking about this for years. And every time brothers talk about these things, we're labeled as misogynistic, that we're bashing women, that we hate women. Typically, the corrective information that is coming forth through these YouTube streets from various men is designed to put the black woman where she belongs, in her place, because she's out of order. But she believes that she's on top of the world right now. But her life is in shambles. From the lowest degree of woman to the highest degree of woman, doesn't matter how much money you make, your education, none of that stuff means anything to a real man. Because at the end of the day, you ladies have it all mixed up. A man is supposed to be the provider in the household. He's supposed to be the king. He's supposed to be the one in whom you go to for all your resources. When you pursue an education, a career, and all these other things, you're saying you don't need a man. So by the time you finally get with Mr. Right, you already done accomplished so much with yourself, you begin to judge that man based on where he is. So if he's not, quote unquote, on your level, because that's another new talking point women are using, he's not on my level. If he's not making the same amount of money like you begin to look down on the brother and think that he's not man enough, when the truth is, nobody told you to go out there to compete in the marketplace to be on top of the world in terms of finances. If you did all of that, you really don't need a man. So I don't know why you getting married for or desire to be a wife when you already done went out there, got your own house, car, your bank account is good, and all of that stuff is all right, and a pile of debt. While you went out there and did all of that stuff, there's no need for a man at this point. So what modern women are doing is they're degrading men and looking down on them. And all of these are potential quality men. But because these women feel they're on a superior level, they don't feel these men measure up. And typically this is because these women were raised in households where their mother wasn't shit. They had no father in the house because the mom, she slept around with everybody too. See, this is a revolving door. This is not nothing that just happened. The mom was a thought. She was out there doing the same damn thing. Most of you women who know the real deal about your mom, she was in and out of the house with different men. You saw different men in her bedroom. Most of you sisters, you remember hearing the moans and the groans, and you went by the door and you were listening. Can I get a witness? So you know exactly where you came from. You weren't raised in a stable, loving home. You were raised in a dysfunctional, chaotic home. And because of the lack of information you needed from your mother and your grandmother, because grandma was a hoe too. She was out there living it up. If we study grandma's life, she had at least 4 or 5 men too. Her children are by 4 or 5 different men too. So this is a revolving door, a generational curse that's been happening for a long time. So grandma was a thought, mom was a thought, and now the daughter's a thought. But we live in a thought culture where today it's okay to be that way. Just like if 2 men are getting it in, it's accepted by the society. So because of feminism, the Me Too movement, and all this other stuff, men are unable to express themselves based on what they want. And you ladies are pretty much, looking at us like something is wrong with us for complaining about these issues. Black men want traditional women. Typically, quality men want to wife up a sister and build a family. We want to do our part. We want to work hard to provide for our children. We want to do these things, but we're unable to do these things because the modern woman is satanic. If we really get down to the nitty gritty, because I'm not sugarcoating anything, the modern woman today is satanic. If you want to know what the devil look like, look at the modern woman today. That is what Satan is. Rebellious, cantankerous, loose, want to go out there and do his own thing and usurp authority over that which is the authority. Satan want to be like the Most High God. Satan want to sit on the throne. That's where the black woman is today. She don't want the black man to lead her. She don't want the black man to tell her what to do. And I find it funny that the majority of you women, you don't want your black man to tell you what to do. But when you go to your 9 to 5, your supervisor tell you what to do, and you obey. You obey the white man. The white man tell you start buck dancing, you start dancing. White man tell you I want you to dress like this, you dress like that. You do exactly as you're told on your job. But when a black man say, look, I want you to do this, you look at him like something's wrong, because in your mind, the black man is your bitch. You believe that your job is to control and tame him. But it's not going to work, because black men have evolved. And because of society and the way it is, it's looking bad for a lot of you women out here. Matter of fact, the majority of you women, like I told you, you're going to be single for the rest of your lives. I don't think you understand this. It needs to get through your mind, like you're going to be single for the rest of your life. Does that compute? There's only 2 options for you. Matter of fact, there's 3. Stop the bullshit and submit to a quality man. Remain single and just have sex toys. Or you're going to just live the alternative life with a woman. But you're going to be in one of those different positions. Or we could even say you'll be just a woman that just ran through and have men just pumping and dumping you your whole damn life. Because that's pretty much your future right there. And we know you're not trying to be submissive and be a wife. So you're most likely going to live the alternative life. You're going to be single and have a collection of toys, because we're going to have a show on these toys that these women are playing with. So if you hear anybody talking about toys and women with toys and any of that, those are my talking points. So I'm just putting it out there. We're going to be doing a show on that, because it seems like women are having more of a relationship with toys nowadays, which again prove they're going to be single for the rest of their lives. And they're starting to accept it and deal with it to the point where toys have been promoted to our women so much, it became popular now. So it's acceptable for women to have relationships with toys. No longer with a man. Now they got different types of toys. See, women are practicing polygyny with toys. We're going to get into that, because they got different types of toys. They got the brown chocolate toy. They got the vanilla cream toy. They got the Asian toy. They got all these different types of gadgets. These are all different types of male artificial intelligence that they have within their home. And it's a damn shame that as a grown woman, a grown adult, that you sit in the privacy of your home with a toy playing around, and you're an adult woman, and you're wondering why you can't find a man. You're wondering why a man can't please you. Well, because you have destroyed your womb, you destroyed your walls, you destroyed everything about your vagina. You have destroyed any sort of exit point in your body with these toys. But we're going to deal with that on another show. Let's see who we got in the building. Shout out to Lisa Davis in the building. Said, blessings, Ringo, to you and your family. We love you. Thanks for the support. Appreciate that. Let me see. Jack, what's going on? Jack47, what's going on? Welcome to Team Ringo. Cool Gent in the building. What's going on, y'all? We're going to continue from where we left off yesterday, but that was a little brief introduction on what's going on. But our women have to get it right. And that's why I'm here to pretty much share this type of truth, because they're not going to get this type of information from nobody, because everybody's playing game with them. See, ladies, how often do you hear this sound, ladies? Aren't you tired of hearing that? That's all you hear. You know why? Because you want to be out there playing the field. You're not going to find a quality man that way. You're just not. Again, that's all you seem to know. And you're wondering why you can't settle down with a man, because you're not taking accountability for your life. You can't go out there wanting to explore your options. You're not Captain Kirk. You're not going out there to boldly go where I guess no woman have gone before. No, you're not supposed to go out there to experience different eggplants. Because the more you do that, the less likely are you going to be successful in being a wife. Because again, it seemed like this is all we hear. That's all we hear. You sisters got to get tired of that. Like, real talk. So, let's get into this. Let's continue on where we left off. We were in a video and the lady was talking. So let's see if we can rewind this back up to that point. Let's go.
On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
So we're going to have two Antons on the show because that's annoying. Y'all both going to change.
Genre of women.
I believe that women who, again, I'm saying we educated people, educated, meaning, college educated, are more likely to get married now in this day and age, right? They're more likely, they're getting married. So what happens is women are learning that they have to study these things in order to learn. People they're not naturally knowing how to be in relationships. They didn't witness this.
They're not naturally knowing how to be in relationships because you ladies been too busy being out there being thoughts. You've been out there playing yourself, literally, and just roaming the streets and not listening to the elderly women that were trying to guide you when you was younger. See, your grandmother told you, stop going around with them boys. Your grandmother told you to keep your legs closed, take off that tight little skirt you put on something different, change those clothes. Your mom tried to warn you because you all know that your mom was a thought too. She was out there playing the field. See, mom wasn't always in church. Grandma wasn't always in church with that little white hat that she wear. Grandma was getting it in too. So all of them tried to warn you because they all messed up their lives too. And if you look at your grandma, she don't got no man. Your mom, she don't got no man. And now you don't got no man. So it got to come to a point where you realize that it's not that you just didn't know or you didn't want to know. You wanted to go out there and do your thing and live it up because you felt that if you get married to a man, that somehow you missed out on life. And what this says is that a lot of our women just want to be hoes. That's what this says. Because if you don't want to just settle down with a man and build, but you would rather go out there and just live it up, live in the streets, wild out, go to the clubs, be a stripper, then what you're saying is that this is something you always wanted to do. You always wanted to go out there and live it up. You feel that if you got married, you're going to miss out on all of these experiences. Imagine that. The modern woman want to experience being a hoe. That's what she want to do. That's what she's really interested in. And the thing is, a lot of you, you're not done yet. And the thing is, you won't be able to stop. Because once you get into something called lasciviousness, it means you have no restraints. So once you get into the thought mode and you're out there sleeping around with different men, you are going to get into what is known as lasciviousness, which means you have no restraints. You're going to tell yourself, I'm going to stop this week. I'm going to stop next month. I'm not doing this no more. I'm tired of this. But what happened? You're going to find yourself doing the same thing again. Because you can't find the brakes. And a lot of you sisters, you're stuck in lasciviousness where no matter how much you want to get off this roller coaster ride, it seems like you can't stop. And that's a sad situation to be in. So pay attention to the video.
And
Yes.
please, that's not what I asked. What I asked is these women are asking you, how can they,
They're not asking me. They're asking
okay.
the group.
The group. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I asked is, what is the resolve? What is the answer for these women wanting to be more cooperative with men? What's the answer?
Most times,
What are you guys giving them?
they do exactly what Anton's doing, what Kevin Samuel's doing. They're getting coached. Women have life coaches. Women have therapy.
I done told y'all to stop listening to the Kevin Samuels, stop listening to all these people, and begin to follow the Most High. Begin to follow men of truth that actually have the results you're looking for. Stop following people that got no relationships and all they doing is talking shit online. It sounds good, sounds interesting, but the majority of those guys get talking points from every other guy that really have the results. You got to understand this. It's just like a knockoff designer purse. It looks like the real thing, but it's not the real thing. You know what I mean? It looks authentic, but it's not made by the manufacturer. It's a knockoff. What you're hearing on social media is a knockoff, watered down version of truth concerning information that is gotten from other men that really got the results. So what you have is people that have no relationships, no marriage, no children. All they got is failure, trying to tell you folks how to be successful. Let that make sense. Let a man that got no money, he's broke and he's homeless, but he's trying to tell you how to be successful in earning money. Are you going to listen to him? But you want to tell me you'll listen to a so-called man claiming he's a high-value man because of whatever money he got, but he's trying to tell you how to have a good relationship when he don't have one. Again, you think about that. You think about what I just said there. Because you know good and well you would not listen to a man that's broke trying to tell you how to make money. Because he don't got no money. He need money. He need to take his own advice and get some success first before talking. But you want to listen to men that got no results, no wife, no kids, no success, no long term. See, they'll tell you you need to make $10,000 a month for a certain amount of years. But yet these men don't have a relationship that's 5 or more years with success, but yet they're trying to tell you how you can do X, Y, and Z to be better women, to have success when they got no wife, no system, no structure, no family, no long-term success. But you listen to these people. But people like me, you don't support what I talk about. You don't support that at all because you think I'm crazy. Let's go.
Women are in community groups where women are wives and they're asking them questions about marriage. It's just so many different things going on.
Stay away from all of these groups online, ladies, because all of those women that are online trying to act like they're giving you advice about relationships, the majority of those women don't even take care of their man sexually. Majority of those women are wicked as hell in their house and they just want attention. They just want to sit online to be the madam who's just sitting there giving you all the information when really in their home, it's reckless and crazy. If you want to know if that woman is really giving you good advice, talk to her husband. See what her husband got to say. And I guarantee you, she's not doing the things that she's telling you.
I think that there's a disconnect between women and men in general. And I think that, yes, we can do this. We can do this internalized oppression where we attack each other. Yes.
We don't.
But then where do we go from there? We're just never getting anywhere. All we're doing is blaming women.
It's because we're fighting it.
Women are fighting it. Women are fighting it. This ain't no oppression. Women are fighting the judgment that is coming against them. You want to throw all blame on men, but yet you're not paying attention to your own faults. You out here want to live a promiscuous life. Us men don't want no hoe. Men don't want to marry no damn thought. Your vagina is supposed to be like a damn soda bottle that never been popped open. Of course, it had to go to the manufacturing. Of course, it had to be poured in. But once that seal is on, it's supposed to be like that by the time it gets to the rightful owner that made the purchase. Sadly, with most of us brothers, when we get to you sisters, the soda bottle's already open and it's already stale. And that's just the real truth of it. And then we got to deal with the bad attitudes. Then we got to deal with all of the hurts and pains that you got from other men. Now we got to struggle dealing with the baggage you carrying. Then you got 2, 3, 4, 5 different kids that you got running around. We trying to get to know you, but we got to deal with these kids too. Then we got the package deal type sisters. Then we got to deal with all of the resentment and hatred and hurt that you got from your baby daddy. Now you taking out your frustration out on me because of something he did to you. These are all the issues men got to go through. Then we got the wandering eye female who's just not satisfied. You know what I mean? She's not happy with the man she got. She not happy with the eggplant she got because she been out there so long being loose in the streets that when she get with this new man, his eggplant is not enough for her because her vagina done been ran through so much that her walls have been totally destroyed. So now she's looking at this brother like, well, the sex ain't really all that good. No, the sex is not that it's not good. The problem is you just loose. And you've been in the damn streets too long with your legs popped open and every other guy been with you with different sizes, different girths and widths. And because of that, when you got with this new brother, he got a good job, everything is popping with him, but for whatever reason, he ain't on the same level as those other men you were dealing with sexually. So what you do is you look at him like he's a problem, when really he's not a problem. The problem is just your vagina is out of order. You have no vagina discipline. And these are the type of issues black men have with our women. And when we try to speak on these issues, you get mad because you want to be out there being loose. And then when the party is over and you damn near hit the wall and you start growing them gray hairs and you try to use those little dyes to cover up those gray hairs, now you want Mr. Right to come in and heal and save you. After you done destroyed your life, after your vagina been stretched and pulled and ripped and every man been inside, you carrying the spirits of demons. And now you want this good man earning some money to come in and take care of you? It's not gonna happen. You're gonna be single forever.
That's what I said. We talk to two different women. I don't know what to do about this. Like,
well, it's not. We're talking to two different women. It's women in general, whether they're educated, whether they're not, whether they live in the suburbs, whether they live in the projects. Women have a particular mentality, and the thing is, it's not that we're fighting against each other. The thing is women are not willing to fall back and be okay and happy in their feminism. Not feminism, that's the wrong word. Their femininity. They don't want to be that. They want to always be counterparts with their male entity. That's the problem. That's it. Honestly, let me tell you something. I promise you.
Women have to.
Not, if I can speak, please.
Go ahead.
It's not hard.
I mean, you guys have been talking the whole time. I think.
Well, I mean, I haven't.
Question. You guys have been talking.
Do you see the attitude, people? Do you see the attitude? She's saying they've been talking the whole time. No, she's been talking the whole time, but haven't been saying anything. She haven't answered nothing. She haven't demonstrated any understanding of the topic. But she's showing that attitude that black men deal with all the time. And yet she still can't see it. Why is that?
Entire time. I'm just asking. JR asked me a question and he said, did I agree with what was said? I was trying to give my opinion about why I disagree or why we don't have the same mentality and why I don't believe that I speak to a certain population of people. And I understand that. I completely understand that. I'm not talking to the high value man. I'm not talking to the women who want to be with high value men because I can't help you because they're 10% of the population. And I just don't think it's realistic for you to specifically.
Okay. Right.
That's my opinion.
I'm not talking about high value man. I'm talking about women getting a man.
Wow. She says she's not talking about high value man. She's talking about women just getting a man, which is the real issue. This is why I've been teaching that all you women that are listening to all this high value bullshit, you're wasting your damn time. Be realistic. Be realistic and stop having these unrealistic goals of the kind of man you're going to meet when you really ain't shit. You got to get down to the real nitty gritty of what's going on. Just because you're born with a vagina doesn't mean you deserve X, Y, and Z when you don't even have the qualifications to meet the demand. When a company is hiring people for a particular job position, you must have the qualifications. It doesn't matter about how good you look and all this other stuff. Are you coming to the table with what is needed? When we have that interview, do you have what my company need? See, brothers, when you get with a woman, she's supposed to be within your company. So she got to display what she can do for you, what she's going to bring you, and you have to have these requirements. Women have this mindset that because they look cute and got a fat ass, that somehow that's all they need to bring to the table. And this is why I said if you take sex out the relationship, most women really don't got shit to offer you. That's why they get upset. Because if you look at it, every other guy they've been with, the only thing they offered was sex. And yet, all of those relationships are over. And these women blame the men at all times. Well, why you broke up? He cheated on me. Well, why did you broke up? He cheated on me. Well, why did he broke up? Why? He cheated on me. All right, he cheated on you? All right, let's get something straight. Men are not monogamous. Any man you get with, woman, is going to have another fucking woman. Get it through your head and stop trying to control a man's manhood. I've been teaching on this shit for too long. Polygyny is the standard of relationships. A man is supposed to have more than one wife. And the more you women try to get into these relationships trying to control men, to think that they're going to only be with you, it's going to always end with he cheated on me. And it's not that he cheated on you, you cheated on him. Because you're trying to control who he is. And you can't control a lion in his natural habitat. When you are not there for your man, and you're not fulfilling everything that your man desires, he's going to go elsewhere. It's just that simple. Doesn't matter how cute you think you are. You know what I mean? When Kobe was around, he had his wife there. She's good looking and all. But Kobe said, look, I got to go get me another woman. I'm out on the road. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'm worth $400 million or more. Heck, I deserve another woman. And when he went out there to pretty much do his thing, he was ridiculed, bashed, and thrown under the bus for being a man. And the man wasn't even able to produce a boy child because monogamy and this bullshit system destroyed that man, and now he's gone, and he don't have no heir to the throne because of you women. So now there's no heir that's going to take on Kobe Bryant's legacy. Just because he had some daughters, that don't mean nothing. When them daughters get married to another man, they take on that man's name. And their job is to bring forth that man's children. Kobe don't got no son that's going to bring forth his legacy and take it to the next level. Because you women don't want to cooperate with the system. This is why the system is destroyed right now. Because you want to do what you want to do, and you don't want to submit to the will of that man. And this is why the black community is on the bottom. This is why there's no black unity. This is why there's no successful black-owned businesses that are thriving, because we as a people, we don't understand what it means to have purpose and to fulfill it. A man need a woman to be a helpmate. But women don't want to be that helpmate. They just want the man to provide everything for them. And then when the man is dead and gone, they go get another man and do the same thing. This is a crazy society we live in.
Point blank, period.
Well, do you want them to get married or you want them to get a man? Because
you gotta let me talk.
I mean, I'm just asking what
I understand.
Get.
And I'll answer it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm talking about, it doesn't mean high value man. I'm talking about women getting a man, getting married, and having a household with a man and children where their sons are brought up with a man leading the family. That's how we as Black America is going to endure. That's it. It's once we get our family dynamic together, that's it. And so I'm not talking about high value, whatever. I'm talking about women getting married. The issue is women don't understand that they feel like they're settling. They feel like if they don't get this high value man, if they don't get this alpha man, then they feel like they're settling. What they don't know is that men are settling for them.
That's true. Men are settling for the BS that you women bring to the table. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's really sad, man.
Even the beta men could settle because it's more of women than it is of them. So that's my focal point. My focal point is always going to be Black relationships, Black marriages, Black homes, daddies being in the home, women respecting their husbands, women understanding their role as a wife. That's always going to be what I'm going to preach, regardless. Call me whatever you want to, but I stand 10 toes down on that. And so that's what we need to push.
I believe that. I want women to partner, get married, have successful marriages. I want those same things for women.
No, you don't. You don't want those things for women. because you're not my partner. You're my helpmate. You know what I mean? You're not my partner. When you say partner, you took yourself out of the role of being a helpmate, and now you want to be equal with me. You're a helpmate. You know, any of you that are familiar with carpentry, there is such thing as a carpenter's helper or a plaster's helper. You know what I'm saying? You're not the plaster. You're the plaster's helper. You're there to aid and assist. You're not there to control what the plaster or the carpenter is doing. The carpenter knows what the job is to do. He knows. You're there to aid and assist. You're a helper. You know what I mean? If I'm going to a job and you're the helper, you can put the material inside the truck. I'm the main carpenter. I'm the skilled trades master carpenter. You are the helper. You have a role to play. But you don't want that role. You want to be the carpenter when you don't even know how to use a hammer. You don't know how to use a jigsaw. You don't know how to use a sawzall. You don't know nothing about the different grades of wood to use. None. You don't know about different types of nails. None. But you want to be the head carpenter. That's where we are in relationships right now. Women want to be the head rather than the helper.
I think that being a reflection of that is proof that I believe in that. Like, I believe in Black love, and I'll never, I believe in love in general. I'm not going to even say Black love.
Right.
Listen, love is not a bunch of emotional garbage. When you understand love, it is an action word. Love does something. If you love your man, you're going to respect him. These are my talking points. As a brother, you judge a woman's love based on the level of respect she give you. If she don't respect you, she don't love you. You know what I mean? If she loves you, she'll do what you tell her to do. As long as it's within reason and it's righteous and it doesn't require breaking the law, your woman should obey you because she respects you. Women don't know what love means because they never had love growing up. Their mom didn't love them. Their father wasn't home. And they've been through life struggles. So they don't know what love is. For them, it's all emotional. And I keep telling you, love for modern women today is like the weather. It changes. Today, they like you. Tomorrow, they don't. This is why women are responsible for the majority of breakups and divorce. Women always are the initiator of divorce and breakups. Always. Men typically do not break up with women. We always want to be in a relationship with a sister. They break up because they want a new eggplant, or because they didn't get something their way, or because their emotions just make them feel a certain way. And this is why they break up. Have you brothers ever been with a woman that broke up with you last month and now she's trying to call you to make back up? You're like, wait a minute, you broke up with me. Now you're trying to get back with me? You know why she's trying to get back with you? Because she's monitoring you on social media and she's realizing that you stepped up your game. You leveled up. You're doing better now. So it's like now she want to come in and get the benefits of who you are now. Don't take her back. Once a woman say she going or she's leaving, let her go. That's the way you're supposed to do it, brothers.
I believe that women can get married outside of their race. Black women can get married outside of their race. They can explore all these different possibilities. I'm not centered on, you just got to marry a black man. I believe that.
Okay, great.
I believe that the ratios are against us. I believe that there's more women than men in general. So there's going to be some single women out there. There is.
Not some single women. Millions upon millions of single women. Because you women don't want to accept polygyny. Because you want to control a man's dick. Y'all got to get over this. Y'all have to get over thinking like a man. You know, all of this act like a lady, think like a man nonsense that y'all got from, what's this guy name, man? I forgot his damn name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all got to get over that nonsense. You know, there's going to be so many single women because of the lack of understanding polygyny. It seems like the only thing you women think about when you hear polygyny is that this man is having sex with another woman. So what? He's supposed to. You are not supposed to be dealing with other men. But you want to be equal to men so much that you figure, well, if a man can have more than one wife, shouldn't we as women have more than one husband? Okay, let's break this down. You want more than one husband? You want to be just like a man? Okay, you got pregnant by husband number one. You got 4 husbands. Husband number 1 impregnated you. Now you got a belly. You got 4 husbands in the house. They all want some pussy. This brother wants some head. This brother want this. How do you take care of all these men? How do you cook for all 4 of these men? These men have a strong sexual appetite. You walking around with a belly, what are you going to do for these men? See, you ain't going to be doing nothing. So those men are going to have to go get themselves another woman. You expect those men to be satisfied with you when you walking around with a big belly. See, here's the thing, ladies. When you're pregnant, right, that's another time you start to emasculate men and try to make a man feel like he needs to be locked down just to you. Listen, ladies, when you're pregnant and you're walking around with a belly, right, that's not the time you guilt trip your man because he want to fuck and you want to sit there with your belly talking about, well, I'm having your baby. You shouldn't be out there messing with no woman. No, that's the time he need another fucking woman because you're not there to provide what he need. He wants sex. He want love. He want companionship. You are with child. That's not a time to be getting it in. So you're telling me that as a man, I got to sit here for a whole fucking year jerking off, watching porn until you give birth till we get back on track? You got to be out of your goddamn mind. But this is what you ladies expect. No, that man is supposed to have another wife in the house. He's supposed to have 2 more wives in the house. You ladies are not supposed to even be focusing on sex. You're supposed to be like, hold up, I got a king that's providing a lifestyle for all of us. He's guiding us. He's teaching us. This brother taught all of you ladies how to make money, how to do this in case of his departure. And this is how you got him? Feeling like he can't even be a man? Do you see? But you want to have more than one man because you see men doing this. Now, I ain't saying that all these brothers out here are correct in the way they doing things. Because you have a lot of men out here trying to use my talking points on polygyny as a way to go out here and just pump and dump women. I don't teach brothers to go out here, get with a sister just to have sex and leave her. I teach men that when they get with a sister, they're supposed to build with her, build a family, have that understanding, and bear children with these women. These women are supposed to be their wives in respect. But these brothers are using polygyny. They're using the talking points that I teach along with other Israelite brothers as a way to convince you ladies that he's supposed to have more than one woman, which is true, but these brothers are not doing it to build a family. They're not doing it to build a legacy. They're doing it just to get some ass. And then once they're finished, they throw these women to the wayside. And then it make brothers like me and others who teach on polygyny look like we're doing the same thing. No, that's not what we're doing because I don't got no damn time to be out here dealing with all these damn women under polygyny when I got to work and provide and do all these different things. It's only 24 hours in a day. How much sex time do you actually have? A man that's on his purpose really isn't having sex all damn day. He got to be on his purpose. But let's keep it real. If you are a woman and you are in a relationship with a man and you are going through your menstrual cycle or your, whatever the situation is, what is he supposed to do during that time? What about when you're not in the mood? What is he supposed to do? See, you haven't thought about it. You haven't thought about none of that. You just believe he's supposed to be faithful and not have no other woman. No, a man is supposed to have more than one wife. Society taught you that he's not supposed to do that because that's a part of population control. That's a part of what the system is trying to do in terms of giving you women birth control and different morning after pills. All of these things is designed to shut you down. It's just like the so-called vaccination they're giving everybody. Tuskegee experiment, anyone? Y'all better wake up. Y'all want to go out there letting them pump you up with all that? All right, go ahead. Be dumb. My mama didn't raise no fool. I'm not stupid. But let's get back into this video. Let's go.
And then there's other sexualities and all these different things that also play a role in it. So there are going to be some single women, okay, that if they don't date outside of their race, they're never going to find love. I don't care how great they are. I'm just.
Wait a minute. Now you're promoting dating outside their race? First of all, the white man don't even want you women. I mean, have you sisters even learned anything from slavery? I mean, you women are an embarrassment. Don't you recall that during slavery, you were considered the bed wench? Do you realize that the white man and all these other nationalities of men had you sisters as slaves? They would bring you into their chambers just to have their way with you. They would rape you. And now you're talking about, our women need to go out there into the other nations and find this other man. The white man don't want you. He'll use you for sex. He don't want you. Look at our women. They're on ghetto gaggers. See what our women are doing? Aren't you proud? Those are our black queens. Yeah. Look at what the white man is doing to our women, our queens, right? Look at what they're doing on ghetto gaggers to our women who willfully go and sign up. The solution is not going to them. The solution is you need to represent the lifestyle of polygyny and understand that this is the way of life. Because even when you get with the white man, he's going to have another woman. But you want to control everything. You think these other nations of men want you. They don't even want you. You think that they want you. White men are not walking down the street trying to holler at sisters. You women want those guys because you're looking for a lifestyle. You don't love nobody. You're just selfish as hell. You know what I mean? And this truth that I'm sharing here is what you need to hear. But again, when you speak truth like this to the modern black woman, you're always going to be looked upon as wrong. And my thing is this. If what I'm saying is a bunch of bullshit, my question to you, sisters, is where is your husband? Where is your long-term success? And why are you still single? If you're so all of that and your vagina is so good, why the first guy you got with is gone, second guy you got with is gone, third guy you got with is gone? Why is it that every man you seem to have sex with is gone? But you got this good loving, right? Is that the only thing about you could use? Is that your value? Yes, it is. That's the only thing you have to offer.
Telling you.
It's a minute.
Let's talk about that.
That's minute. That's like black men will date white. Okay, that's very minute.
It's minute.
Majority,
Okay.
let me tell you, white people want to marry white folks. Black people want to marry black folks. Asian, I mean, we want our own. That's in general. 85% of people that marry themselves. So again,
well, they say
that
other races are not interested in marrying black women.
Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no. I'll take that, Tawana, and let's be correct. Black women are on the lowest totem pole.
Right.
Black women will highly disrespect the black man. However, all these other races praise the black man.
Yep.
All these other races are taking classes on how to get with black men, and they do. These Mexican women, Asian women, white women are studying how to get the black man. The black man is number one on who is most wanted. The black woman is the lowest totem pole on who is wanted. So if we're talking about numbers, let's be very clear. Black men are wanted. But however, we disregard them, we disrespect them when everybody else wants them.
Yeah, and I feel that, yeah, there are women who do it. But you speak about it as if that's the norm, like that's just what women are doing.
That's exactly what all black women are doing. You understand? I'm not sugarcoating nothing. Ain't no some. All of you are disrespecting black men. Because the minute a black man begin to speak, you're going to have one sister that's going to come out of nowhere and start talking all this mess about he's a hater, he's hating black women, and all of this is all this stupid crap. Because they don't want to be accountable for what they do. They hate hearing the truth. And when you're with a woman that is not teachable, you're in for a rude awakening, man, for a terrible situation.
Black men in general.
Are they not?
It's a lot of women that are.
Are they
Tawana.
not
A
disrespecting
lot
a
of
black
women.
man?
Like,
Yes,
so,
yes, there are
yeah.
a lot of women who do it. Don't get me wrong.
Well, there we
Like,
go.
But
yeah.
can we not focus on those women who
See how she don't want to focus on those women? Do you see how she don't want to be accountable? She know that the majority of black women are very disrespectful towards black men. But she don't want the panel or anybody to really put the magnifying glass on that. Let's talk about something else. Let's not hold women accountable. That's pretty much what she's saying. Let's not hold women accountable.
are respectful to black men.
Can we focus on those that are disrespectful?
Accountability piece, Tawana.
She want everybody to focus on the women that are respectful to black men. How does that fix the problem? I can't stand those dumb talking points. How could talking about women that are respectful to black men gonna help the problem that we face today where women are just totally rebellious? How does that help? It's not helping nothing. You know what I mean? We got to focus on what the problem is, and we got to deal with the problem head on.
You ask, what does accountability look like?
That
Oh
is.
my God.
When you see something, say
I'm
something.
about to go pop some popcorn, bro. Give me a second.
When you see something, you got to say something.
You have to.
Well, I do say something. I mean, I'm not ignoring when women are disrespectful to black men.
You are ignoring because you don't want to focus on that. You want to focus on women that are respectful to black men. I don't want to hear about women that are respectful to black men because the majority of our brothers out here are struggling meeting quality women because they're constantly dealing with the same garbage. Seems like every woman a brother get with is cantankerous, argumentative, have a terrible attitude, been around the block with several guys, have babies out of wedlock. I mean, the average black man can't even find a woman that got no kids. And most women lie about their kids. We need to do a show about that. Women that literally lie about their kids. You'll meet a sister, you got children? No, I don't got no kids, but she got like 2 or 3 of them. You know what I mean? I can remember back in the day, I had met some woman and I was talking to her and she was like, yeah, she's single, don't got no kids. And, you know, I'm on Facebook, I'm looking around, so I found her profile. You know, like sometimes you find somebody's profile and they got like a backup page or an old page. I see this backup page with her with 2 kids. And I'm like, okay, those are probably her cousins or nieces, you know. Come to find out, those are her kids. When I called her out on it, she got upset. And I'm like, you're lying about your own kids. So, brothers, be mindful that there's a lot of women that will come at you with that they got no kids, but they do. And those kids are going to be revealed later on when you really get to know them. And it's going to be a hell of a time.
Don't get me wrong. Like, that's not like, oh, I'm condoning that, right? But what I'm saying is we also need to focus on the fact that there are women doing the work. And we just kind of get centered on the women who don't want to do the work.
Again, she don't want to be accountable. She want us to focus on the women that are doing the work. If these women are really doing the work, where are their husbands? Where are the successful relationships? Where are they? We don't see them. What we see is dysfunction all throughout the black community. She is not being accountable here. She is tap dancing and buck dancing, and she don't want to be accountable. She just want to focus on the easy stuff rather than dealing with the difficult issues.
I mean, I think that's just, like, in life in general, like people don't too much focus when people doing good.
They don't
you got people that
work.
think about it, but
No.
What work? What
like,
work?
if we're
Please.
talking about this
But then
particular
I don't
topic,
generalize.
women need to be held more accountable.
Respectful, and then women are.
She says she don't generalize, but we all know that black women generalize all black men as dogs. Black women generalize all black men. When they speak on one black man, they focus on all black men. If Derek Jackson was pretty much caught cheating on his wife, right? Black women look at that and judge all black men based on what one black man is doing. This is the nature of the beast. This is what they do. You know what I mean? So don't pay no mind to none of this nonsense about they don't generalize and all this other mess.
Not cooperative, and women are
They're
not.
not.
I'm not generalizing. I think that
Well, why not?
you're generalizing. I don't generalize like that because I see women trying to do the work, and I see women doing those things. Like I see
What percentage would you put on that, Tawana? If you was in Vegas and you had to place a bet, what percentage would you put that there are women out here cooperative, submissive to their
black man,
to the black man in particular,
mm-hmm.
versus the women that aren't?
or the others that want to be.
The thing is that like we're not trying to battle each other right here. We just really just trying to fix this because it is a problem.
Right.
So it's not like we're trying to go back and forth, with you. We're just trying to get you to understand and to just focus on that it is an issue. Whether we like it or not. We're not trying to discredit like the women that are trying, the women that are doing good. We do recognize that, but on the flip side, there are more women in our opinion. So just come into our world for a second and just try to understand like what we saying.
I get what you're saying. I do. I just don't have anything to add to this. Like I have no value to this conversation because I don't.
You do.
But
no,
you do.
No,
but you do though. You are important to this platform. I am a guest. This is not my thing. I do have different opinions from you, but it doesn't mean that I have a problem with you. And I like if I can.
Yeah.
I enjoy listening to you because you have a viewpoint and you're with it, and I can respect that. And I really, really do. And I think that what we can have and what can happen on this platform is very, very important. And to let, other things that get sidebar comments or whatever to get, if we can move that and focus on real work. And the real work is us being better. The real work is me being a better person, me becoming a wife, you becoming a better person, a better mother, a better fiance, a better wife. That's the real work. And if we can, disregard the comments and, they try to play us against each other because it's for me, I could care less. I really am passionate about us getting it together. Because it took a long time for me to try to get it together. I've been through therapy. Like, I get it. I think it's something special. I don't want you to leave the platform.
See, I'm not with all of this emotional shit of trying to play the victim as if though, she feel like, I guess, like everybody's ganging up or as if though, it's like she's not being heard. This is another way to deflect rather than being accountable. She's not, it's like she want to have a voice, but she can't take the heat. And if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. You don't belong there. You really don't belong in the public space if you can't respond to the issues at hand. Black women are never accountable for anything. And when black men try to bring up the issues, they play the victim, they hide, they act like it's not my fault. And it makes the problem even worse. And right now we're seeing that being displayed right here. It's like she feel a little uncomfortable on the platform, probably looking at the chat, probably looking at what people are saying, and she can't really take the heat. You know what I mean? She haven't even responded to the question yet. And it's sad. This is what black men got to deal with, man.
I don't personally, I feel that it's great that you're on the show. Like, it's good to hear another perspective. And I'm completely open. I think that, people naturally want to like target me because I'm the opposition, right? On the show. So I get that. I understand that. Like, I'm that person that's always, kind of opposite of everything that's going on. The problem is that I don't have anything to add to these conversations.
Do you see the lack of accountability, the way she disconnects herself from the argument? Now she's saying she don't really have nothing to add to these type of conversations. And this is what black men got to deal with. This is what black men got to deal with. This is what not being accountable look like. How many of you brothers been in relationships with sisters and there's an issue going on in your house and you're trying to talk to her and be civil, and how she disconnects herself from reality and act like she don't got a problem? The problem is you. How many of you brothers been in that type of boat? She never faced reality.
Because I don't understand. I don't think about men in the way you guys think about men. I don't communicate about people and human interactions the way you guys do. So like sometimes I just don't feel like I will be heard on this platform, or I will be valued on this.
Do you see? She don't feel she's going to be heard, so she don't see no benefit in being here if she can't be accepted. In other words, she want her opposing views to be accepted. In other words, she want to promote what she want and it being accepted. She's looking at it like, y'all already done have your mind made up that I'm the bad guy. So I would just, rather not speak on these type of topics because I don't feel like I'm being heard. Again, no accountability.
Platform. And it has nothing to do with you guys because you guys are respectful of my opinions. It has a lot.
Are you willing to learn?
Here's the thing though.
Notice how she didn't answer the question. He just asked, are you willing to learn? Simple question. Simple yes or no. But they never answer. They can never answer a straight answer. It's like if you ask a woman, how many men you slept with? She'd be like, well, I dated, 10 guys and, I've been in a couple of relationships. That's not the question. I asked you how many guys you slept with. Just answer the question. They could never answer with a straight answer. There's always a runaround.
It's not about, I've learned a lot being on this platform. I've learned a lot. I don't know if I've taught you guys anything.
You learned a lot, but the question is, are you willing to learn? You still didn't answer the question.
I don't think it's both ways. Like
She want them to learn from her. That's pretty much what it is. She wanted to be equal in terms of we're trying to resolve a problem. She's like, look, I understand what y'all saying, but I need for y'all to accept the women that are like this so that it's like balance. I don't want it to be where y'all just with all this traditional stuff, I want y'all to agree with what I'm doing too and accept these women. So it's typically what one of the brothers was saying in the beginning, how these women just want you to accept them taking their slut walk and doing what the hell they want to do. They want that to be accepted as the norm. They want us brothers to tolerate the BS. That's pretty much what they want us to do.
I have learned tons being on this show. Like, if nothing else, I can be a better wife, a better mother, a better partner, to a better friend, listener, all those things from being on this show. But I also need it to be reciprocated on the other end.
Do you see my point again? She want you to accept the dysfunction as normal too. That's basically what she's saying.
Right? Like, I need to feel that, people who...
I need to feel her feelings.
Who hear me, they hear me. They understand my perspective.
She want you to understand the dysfunctional side and accept that too.
And I don't feel that way. I don't feel that.
She don't feel that she's making an impact right now. And being that her feelings is not being fulfilled, she don't feel she have anything more to add to the conversation.
I can speak to this audience and really translate like how I feel about women and how I feel about.
So she's hiding what she know. Because she don't feel she's going to hide what she know is going on. And she's not giving her full to the audience at hand.
Partnership. And I love you. I think that you guys have value in your community and who you want to speak to. I believe that. I believe that they really need to hear this message.
You don't feel that in the group?
In the group is
you
totally,
do.
In the group is totally different.
Right.
Most of the women in the group, they really.
But I mean, it just sounds like you're looking for validation, to be honest.
Well, I'm not looking for.
That's exactly what she's looking for. Validation. That's exactly what she's looking for.
Any validation from anyone, because if that was the case, then I feel like I just feel like that I don't have any room to. What else am I supposed to say? I don't have any. I don't know what you mean by validation. I don't really, there's a lot of people who support me. There's a lot of people who don't support me. There's a ton of people, like even when I was on your show, there was a tons of people who were like, hey, we hear you, we understand you. I may disagree with you, but I support you. So like, if I'm looking for validation, I got it. And you guys know that. I got that. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to, bring something different,
No, you're not looking to bring nothing different. You're looking for validation. Because if you were bringing something different, you'll be talking about what is different and you'll be addressing the questions and speaking rather than being in your feelings and your emotions. You'll get right to the point. You don't feel like you're being heard, and you don't feel like your dysfunctional thought patterns are penetrating to the audience in the chat and also the people on the panel. So because of that, you feel like you're being targeted. So now you're going to play the victim, which is typical of what the modern woman does when confronted about her faults. She plays the victim, and then she don't want to have that conversation. Just like when a lot of black men are having difficulty with their woman, they'll try to talk and be reasonable and civil. And when the brother start addressing the points that is affecting the relationship, the woman want to close up, become quiet, give him the silent treatment, and then blame him for everything that's going on in the relationship. That's typical what you're seeing right here.
Different perspective on the panel.
That's I'm confused. You are completely different.
Well, I said there's value and appreciated.
But it is.
That's what you're I do believe that I bring a perspective. I just don't know if it's valued or appreciated.
What does that look like to you? What does the value and appreciated look like to you when you say? Because the thing of it is, like I told you, one of the first interactions I had with you was you remind me of my sister, right? And because you feisty and you from out west, you know what I'm saying? So, so from Madison and Pulaski. But the thing of it is, and this the God honest truth, and you see tons of people responding, this is part of the work that you all do. This is like when I came to the platform and I saw y'all get down, it wasn't the B Nix and Anton going back and forth. It was your perspective too, because it was like, well, wait a minute, like that's different. I don't agree with it, but I hear you, right? Yeah. And so then from that, I joined the Facebook group and been wilding out in there ever since. But your perspective is valued and appreciated. And I think what you're saying is it's in a way that you can't receive or comprehend. So I'm asking, what does that value and appreciation look like to you?
I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe because I don't see it, I just don't. It could totally just be how I feel, right? It could be totally how I feel, as Anton said. It could be just.
Everything is about how she feel, man. Everything is about how she feel. Could you just answer the questions, man? Just answer.
Me just saying that, me not really understanding what my role should be on the show, right? Because I don't always align with what you guys are saying, or I don't always have a position.
You shouldn't.
And so I don't want to be a target at every show. Can I just say that? Like, I don't always want to be called a bitch or a hoe or that girl, black women ain't gonna never get married listening to her, or I don't always want to be a target on y'all show.
She cannot take the heat. She can't take the heat, man. She's not built for this, man. She's not built for this. I suggest that she retire. Don't come on social media to talk about no issues, because if you can't articulate yourself and address the questions and just be the villain, if for lack of better words, because it's like you're looking at it like you're taking the heat. Everybody's saying, well, women are going to be single if they keep listening to you. Well, that's the position you played. So you got to accept the role you took. So if the panel have different personalities and you're addressing different issues, you have to be the woman that is representing a particular side of what black women are doing. Just like the other woman is the traditional country lady who have her way. You're supposed to have your way. And even if it's the opposing force, you still got to hold your position and speak on these issues, even if everybody's going to disagree. Because at least you're being honest with the public so that we can really see that, okay, this is really going on. Who cares what people are saying? Because people are going to say what they want to say. People talk about me all the time on YouTube. I'm hated. You know what I'm saying? I'm hated, shadow banned, blacklisted, all of these type of things. I accept it. I don't have no problem. Because men like me that speak the truth, this is the path we're going to take. You understand? So I would suggest that if you don't want to take the heat and you can't deal with criticism, get the fuck out the kitchen, because this is not for you. You know what I mean? This is why I don't do panels. I don't do panels. I'm not going on nobody's panels, nobody's shows. Don't send me no fucking invites to be on your shows. Because if I'm on your show, it's no holds barred, which means I don't want nobody muting me. I don't want nobody telling me tone it down, don't talk to that person that way. I don't got no time. I want to be raw and uncut. And what I realize on a lot of these panels, they try to control everybody that's speaking, and I understand that because it's your platform. But when you're having a discussion about these issues, it's supposed to be no holds barred, where people are able to speak their mind with no restrictions. And if I'm being restricted, I don't have no time for that. That's why I don't do panels, and I don't sit around talking to a bunch of Negroes, because people don't come there to build. They come there to argue back and forth. We got a problem in the black community where black men and women are not coming together. It's just constant fighting. The only thing we seem to know how to do is fuck one another. That's it. We get with each other just to have sex. And then we break up. And then within that, you got all these damn illegitimate children being born, don't even know their damn father. You got all these boys out here, don't even know if they're boys or girls. You got all these girls walking around thinking that their job is to be a man. Their mom telling them, get an education. You don't need no man. You don't need no man. You could do bad all by yourself. Now she's 45, 50, single, with a career, and no man, and a bunch of toys. This society is done.
Like, I want to come on the show and have a nice, calm experience sometimes, and people just gotta be cool. Like, can I, do I always gotta be fighting?
Cool tonight?
I mean, listen. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know if I can handle that.
I'm gonna be real. I think that you should do whatever is best for you, because the spotlight ain't for everybody. Right. And when it comes back down to it, and you get down to brass tacks, and you remove all of our, I hear a lot of feedback, but when it get back down to it, it's just like, I don't think that we're anything other than what it is that we paint ourselves to be. So if we show ourselves on this platform and we say, hey, this is what we are, and then people react to it accordingly, it's just the truth about who we are. Like, the only thing we can present is who we are. So it's no different. Like, nobody is painting us a specific type of way. You are who you are. So I think that if you're not built for it, or you don't feel like it's too much for you, then I think you should do whatever you feel is best. But the platform is what it is. Like, I don't think that it's ever going to evolve or change to be something so much more friendly and accommodating. Like, it is what it is when you get in the public. The only thing that's going to happen, I'm going to be honest with you, as a person that's had platforms for over 5 years, the only thing that's going to happen is it's going to get bigger. It's going to be more magnified. It's going to be like more of whatever it is that you don't and do like at an extreme level. So whatever it is that you feel like you need to do, I think that you need to think about it and commit to it and buy all in off of that. If you don't feel like being in the public eye is you, get out of it. And if you do, then embrace it. But either way, it's just going to become more of whatever it is. It's not going to change.
On this episode.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much that of that particular show. I'm pretty sure there were more parts to that. I may have to look into it and probably speak on other issues concerning that. But clearly, this type of work is not for her, because she is unable to represent the views that she have. And she's concerned with, what people are going to say. But it's clear that black women, they don't want to accept the reality and take responsibility for the issues that black men have, it's just a bad situation out here. And it's like, this is why we got to make these shows. This is why we got to make these videos. I talked on various topics concerning these issues. A lot of you ladies, you keep wondering why you're single, why you can't find no man. It's because you want to be a man. Be accountable and take responsibility for what you're doing. See, ladies, let me break this down. The traditional woman is what a real man wants. But the modern woman is trying to do everything that the man's supposed to do. A man is supposed to be the provider. He's supposed to go to work, provide for the family, work hard. He's supposed to be out there in the snow, in the cold, in the rain, heat, and work hard to provide a lifestyle for his family and his kids. Real men take great pride in working. We take great pride in going to work. Right after this show, I got to head out to work because I got to provide. I got to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a man. But not only that, a real man, he teaches his woman, teaches his children, and he's working hard behind the scenes. A lot of times his own woman don't even know the amount of work that he's doing to build something great for her. Us brothers are trying to do this, and we need the cooperation and the help of our women to understand that we're just not out here trying to get some sex from some woman. We're out here trying to build wealth. We're trying to build, a structure where our children that comes after us don't have to go through the struggles we go through. It seemed like as black people, we got to start over every generation. In other words, when you was a young child, your mom, your dad, they had no money. So you had to get into the scene and try to build yourself up. And then what happens is when you pass away, if you didn't leave no generational wealth for your children, now they got to start over and go through the struggles. And this is not just about money, because you can have money, you can have wealth, and still don't have the morals and the values and the traditions that is needed to sustain a family. We need that passed down too. We need the moral excellence of making our women understand that being a hoe is not cool. Being a thought is not cool. Sleeping around with different men is not gonna help you become a good wife in the future. What does it profit a woman to sleep around with every man on the block? And then when you finally get married, you're not sexually pleased with the husband that you have. And it's not that your husband is not performing sexually at a great level. The problem is you've been around with so many men that it's impossible for you to enjoy the man you're with because you're still measuring the husband that you have with the previous men that you had. And that's where a lot of you women are today. You're seeking all of these different brothers while you're in your prime, giving the best years of your life to men that really don't want to settle down. This is what you sisters are doing. So by the time you hit 30, you realize that time is running out. You might have 2 or 3 kids already. Now you're 40 years old, single, you got a job, you got a car, but you got no man. Now you're struggling. Now you're trying to figure out what's going on. So you're watching all these content creators on YouTube that don't got no wife, that don't got no relationship, and they're trying to tell you what you need to do to be successful when they are not successful. Ladies, you have to stop listening to people that don't have the results. Listen to black men or black women that have the results that you're looking for. Because if you're listening to people that have horrible lives, you're gonna have that life too. Listen, just because a man got money, it doesn't mean that he's a good lover. It doesn't mean that he's going to take care of women. I already done told you, sisters. Stop listening to all of this high value crap that's keeping you single. When I look at every woman that call in on these shows, y'all some dumb women. Keeping it 1,000 with you. Like, you got to be stupid as hell to be calling in on a show waiting for a flamboyant man that wear purses to tell you where you rate from 1 to 10. We got to stop the bullshit and recognize that time is running out. Enough of the games. Life is too short to be playing these type of games. You're going to either follow the Most High and submit yourself to a quality man, or you're just going to be a hoe. Because with every man that you've been with sexually, they all got secrets on you. There are countless men that got secrets on you, sisters. They got a file on you. They know what you they know what you done. They know what you did. They know what you've been with. And this is your life. You got to take responsibility for where you are. You want a quality man, but you bring no quality to the table. You want a high value man when you are not high value. I see women call in on Kevin Samuel's show. These women are tore up from the floor up and have the nerve to call in to be on camera, knowing they're going to be laughed at, ridiculed, and mocked. You know what I learned? You women just want attention. And that's why Kevin Samuels is able to take advantage of your idiocy and just your stupidity, because you're dumb. A real woman is not going to put herself through that. A real woman of value is not going to call in on a show to talk to a man that have 2 divorces, that got no woman, that have to pay for escorts, to look for advice. A real woman is not going to buy a Derek Jackson's book on how to do what she need to do when this man is not even following his own advice. His own woman don't follow his advice. But this is what you sisters do. And you wondering why you got no man. You got a lot of problems, man. You wearing these damn eyelashes. This caked on eyelash. It looks stupid. Take it off. Get rid of the weave. Stop it. Stop with the wigs. It looks dumb. Men don't like it. You think they do. Because you're trying to fit in with white America. You gotta take responsibility and accountability for your actions. You're the one who always initiate divorce and breakups. And you're wondering why there's so much divorce in the world? Because you sisters been practicing divorce your whole life. From your first boyfriend, you made up, you break up, make up, break up, make up, break up, make up, break up. You've been practicing divorce. So by the time you get married, the minute things don't work out the way you want it, you get a divorce. Get with a new man. And you keep doing the same thing over and over and over. Your vagina wasn't meant for different men to enter you. Listen to me carefully. When you lay with a man, it's not just about sex. It's a spiritual encounter where a man is depositing his spirit in your body. When a man releases himself in you, you go through a metamorphosis. You begin to change. Your personality begins to change. Facial features begin to change. We see this all the time in relationships where a man and his woman tend to look like brother and sister. This is because of the connection of the man and woman becoming one. So if you are sleeping around with different men and they're all making deposits, what you're going to do is transform into the image and likeness of all these different men. And this is why you're unable to pair bond with a man, because you keep allowing this abuse to take place. You keep allowing yourself to have different spirits enter your body. So because of all the men you've been with sexually, you are carrying demons. These demons are preventing you from having any long-term success in relationships. These demons are making you continually do that which is wrong, unable to pair bond, unable to love, unable to trust. All of these issues you have because you continually give your body to Satan. Your body is supposed to be a garden of Eden. You turn your body into a turnstile. You turn your body into a 24-hour store. And because of that, you can't find a man right now. You never want to accept that you're wrong. Look at your actions. Look at what you do. Look at where you go to meet men. You know there are quality men in the world, but you sisters, you don't want them. You don't want the brother that's making $45,000 a year because he's not a high-value man. You don't want the brother making $60,000 a year because Kevin Scamuels told you that if you live in LA and you're married, you need to be with a man that makes $400,000 a year. Keep believing this bullshit. Because your mom didn't raise you off of $400,000 a year. Your mom did not raise you off of through $200,000 a year. But you're listening to these guys that are not even raising no family. You're listening to people that don't have no family, but they're telling you what you need. That's insanity, man. If that's the case, all the black families in inner city neighborhoods are doomed to failure. And we all know most of the multimillionaire men didn't come from families that was well off. Jay-Z did not come from a family that had a silver spoon in their mouth. He grew up right over there in Marcy Projects in Brooklyn. So he came from the slums, but look at where he at now. So you ladies, you want this high-value man that's already put together, but you don't want the brother that's in the slums. See, it's the brother that's in the slums that's going to end up growing up and becoming successful. So if you keep listening to this high-value bullcrap, you're going to be single for the rest of your life because you're passing opportunities with quality men because you want a guy that can buy you a Birkin bag. You want a man that's driving a Rolls Royce. You want a man that can fly you on vacations every day. You're living in a dream. You're not living in reality. You got to face reality and understand that you got a lot of work to do. You have a bad attitude. Your attitude needs to be adjusted. How do you overcome having a bad attitude? You got to get in them scriptures. You got to repent and you got to follow the Most High. You got to open up the Bible and begin to look at how godly women conducted themselves. Well, I'm not into all of that Bible stuff. What are you going to die? You're going to be single forever and you're never going to have any blessed children. You're never going to have a quality man. It's never going to happen for you because you refuse to do that which you're supposed to do. You could go to therapy all you want. The therapist is just making money off your dumb ass. And in most cases, the therapist don't even have a wife. Therapist lady might not even have a husband, but she's going to tell you what you need to do. You sitting there telling all your problems to some therapist. It's a scam. It's a money-making business designed to take away your money. That's all Kevin Scamuels tell you women. You need therapy. Are you in therapy? Are you in therapy? Why are you women in therapy? Why? Why are all these women in therapy? Are all y'all mentally sick? You know why you're in therapy? Because you got fucked too many times. You had so many different men in and out of your vagina. So many men in and out of your mouth. And that's why you're in therapy. Because those spirits fucked up your mind. But you're mad with me because I'm giving you the real truth. See, you're not going to get this on those channels because those channels got to cater to your feelings. They give you enough to kind of get under your skin, but they're not going to give you the real talk. The reason why you're mentally fucked is because of the amount of men you dealt with. A woman who haven't been intimate with multiple men don't have these problems. A woman who haven't been around the block is not having these problems. She's most likely the type of sister that's going to settle down with a quality man and be a wife. But the women who want to be up and down the block, sleeping around, partying, drinking, smoking, those are the women that are going to have problems all day. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy because I'm giving you the real. I'm the bad guy because I'm trying to school you on what you really need to hear. Again, I'm not here to give you chocolate chip cookies. I'm not here to give you biscuits and sugar cane. I'm here to give you the real. You understand? I've been teaching on this for years. I am not new to YouTube. So don't give me all of that. You're jealous of this content creator and you're a hater. I've been here since 2006. Do your research about me. My original channel on YouTube, Ringo for Life. Go over there. I don't have my original content over there, but go over there and look at the date when I started on YouTube. That's my original channel where I had my stomping grounds. And it was a mega channel back in the day. So don't give me all of this jealous bull crap about views and subscribers. I already done did that when YouTube had no ad revenue, no super chat, no monetization. So I done put in work for many years. So when I look at all these content creators that are out here misguiding you women, it's sad because, again, they're using the talking points of a lot of brothers and it's making them get successful while you are still single, while you are still making other people money. You could go through all the therapy you want. You still ain't gonna have no husband. Because until you repent of the BS that you're doing and change your wicked ways, you are gonna be single for the rest of your goddamn life. I don't care what you say, where you go to. You're gonna be the fan of all these channels. If you don't repent of your sins and come back to the Most High and stop being a thought and begin to submit yourself to a quality man. And I said a quality man. A quality man. Not a Pookie, not a Ray Ray. A quality man. If you're not gonna do that, it's over for you. It's over for you. We're gonna have some more content. I gotta get up on out of here. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. You know what I'm saying? It's Black Male Advice TV. The only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. We're gonna be going live on my Ringo TV Raw channel. So if you're not subscribed to my Ringo TV Raw channel, make sure you subscribe. We're gonna turn that channel back up. And we're going to be putting different content on that channel as long as over here. And I'm going to start to utilize all my channels that I have and revive all of them. So if you're not subscribed to the Ringo TV Raw channel, you better go over there and subscribe because we're going to be doing a live show over there. Not right now because I got to head on out to work. But probably later on tonight, we're going to do that. So look out for that. So with that said, I'm going to sign out. Y'all have a blessed day. You know what I mean? Take care. Stay out of trouble. All the women, stay on point. Do what you need to do. We're going to have more videos, so it's not over. You know what I mean? You're going to have a lot of good advice, sound wisdom, good instructions, balanced arguments about real issues. There is no one-sidedness with me. I deal with real issues and I do it in a balanced way where it partakes to men and women, not just focusing on women. But we're going to deal with more videos on accountability with our women because that's where the disconnect is. So with that said, I'm going to pretty much start getting ready, head on out. I'm already done, ready to go. So all I got to do is just pack my bag, pack my lunch, and I'm out. Go take care of business. So that's about it. Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. So y'all take care. We are out, y'all. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel
on YouTube, bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.